Hey YouTube, I hope you guys are having a great day. So today I wanted to make you guys a video that is really touchy. Talk about a subject that's kind of like hard to talk about because we all have our opinions, and I honestly don't know how or what to say on the input because I've always been educated. I've always went to school. I've never had this problem where the coronavirus or this pandemic was literally going to take the school away. So this is what this subject is about schools and how they're going to try to do it for the next school years. So if you're a parent, stay tuned and give me back your feedback of what you think school next year should look like for your child or for you, because it's difficult for most parents. This is what I found at Burlington, and I got it for like $1.78 or something like that. And I love this because it says, let me see if I turn it upside down. Google, I don't need Google. My mother knows everything. And what I mean by that is so true is now parents are going to have to become the teachers again. And we're going to have to enforce education on our child when technically we didn't have to force it as much, because I have educators in my family. My sister's a teacher. Her husband's an educator. He's getting his credentials in special education, I believe. And my uncle is was a math grade 8 teacher. He retired in Mexico. And then two of my other cousins, they're both educators. They teach same subject, biology. And if we ever needed to do some science sort of thing, they're like, we got you covered. You can just click on, set up a date with us, and we can do video chat, and we can do something with the kids. And I was like, that's perfect. We thought that would be a perfect idea, but we haven't really done it yet. I haven't decided if we're going to do it yet because they're busy. My cousin just had a baby, so congrats. His firstborn was a boy, and that's his first. And he recently just got married, and he just had a baby. So it's kind of like I don't want to call and bug at the same time. But then this year, when the schools send us like a notification to do a survey on how would you like your children to be taught. And some of the surveys said was, do you want your children to go a half a day, and then another group go half a day, and then only go Monday and Tuesday, or go every one day out of the week, and then just do social learning at home, and then, or do you want them to go like every day, but only for half a day, and then the rest would be like learning. And this is what's going to be really difficult and hard, because I feel like most parents, these are children. And a lot of children don't have the attitude or mentality of an adult. Like, okay, I have to go to work. I got to get it done. Or else, how am I going to eat or pay my bills? Children don't have that mentality. They don't have that, okay, I got to go do my homework. Like, I better go do it. They're more like they're children. They're not going to set their priorities on, oh my gosh, I got to get online and let me log in and have it to where my computer, or I can talk to my teacher. My son is 12, but he still struggles with that mentality. Plus, he's has Asperger's, and he's hyper all the time, and he's always thinking of his world is so different, and he's always constantly thinking like, oh, what am I going to eat next if he's hungry? Or what game is he going to play next on Roblox? And we've been monitoring him on that. And he's been complaining, but not as much as I thought. But another thing that him and his father and I have been doing, which has been working really well, is teaching him another language. So I speak Spanish, and I've been making him pick it up. I've been having him practice first the ABCs, because I feel like that's fundamental, and that would help him understand it better and understand the words better. Because once you learn how to sound your ABCs, everything else just comes together. It's just plain and simple, because the alphabet in Spanish is a lot different. And then we still make him do math and we started making him do long division, and we called his summer classes. And I started sitting him down every day before I go to work, and I said, okay, you got to do these pages. You got 3 pages of here, and then you got to do your a 30-minute session of your Spanish, which is just learning your alphabet and then doing your phrases, which is good morning, good afternoon. And he doesn't like it, but it's something that I've noticed he's learning more, because I'll be like, go to the mesa. He'd be like, mesa? What's mesa? I'm like, go to the mesa. And he'd be like, what is mesa? I'm like, what do you think it means? He goes, table. And I'm like, yes, go to the table. It's just having him learn an extra language will help him not only grow as a person, and it will give him a more balanced appreciation of where he comes from, because he has 2 different parents that are not the same racially, or however you want to say it. And plus, we want to give him, teach him the responsibility of how to be responsible, knowing that I might have to go to work during the time that he has school, because I've been mainly switching to mornings. And if I'm at work at 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 o'clock at work, I can't sit there and monitor him 24/7 and making sure that my child is actually doing his work. So this is why I grabbed this mug, because I feel like this is perfect for every mother, because that's how it is for most kids. It's like, Mom, do you know what this is? Mom, do you know what this? So moms are the Google of the world, I feel like, in my opinion. So anyways, with that said, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday, and I want to get your guys' input, because this is one of the subjects where I feel like it's going to be tough, because even my sister, who's an educator, and even her best friend, who I have on my Facebook page, she posted about it. She teaches high school math, and she was like, this is going to be difficult, because her work is going to be reduced, her pay is maybe reduced, and it's not the pay why she does it, but they also went to have school loans to pay. Like my sister said, half of the teachers still have school loans to pay. Half of them still have, not only that, their mortgage, their health insurance got to pay, and take care of their kids if they have kids. It's just tough. And I feel like educators don't get paid enough as it is anyways. And for somebody to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to take a cut from here. Why don't you take a cut from all those people that make the most amount of money, like, administration, and then if you want to work yourself there. It's not about they always want to attack education first, and the first thing they always go to are the people that help your children learn, are the teachers. And I feel like there's not enough support for the teachers, and it's hard, because I don't know how teachers feel. I know how my sister was feeling. She was like, I don't like that idea. I think that they need to go to school because they need to have that social learning too, but also because my child is not going to be like, hey, I got homework to do, let me go do it. They're not responsible. They don't think, or they don't have that initiative, because they're children. All they want to do is things that children do, which is eat, play, sleep. Eat, play, sleep, And it's up to us as parents to teach them that. And I feel like when we don't teach them those values, we have failed, in my opinion. It's never too late to teach those values. And I tried teaching that to my son every day. It's like, you got to get up and you got to start thinking of, what do I need to get done today? And then, you got homework to do. That should be the first thing on your agenda. Your priorities should always start with that. So I feel like school this year is going to be very difficult. And it's going to be extremely hard for us parents. Because when the coronavirus hit, most people got laid off. every job, to me, in my opinion, was considered essential because you all need money to feed your family, and that's essential enough. But what you did may not have been essential, so that's probably why you didn't have a job, which wasn't fair, you know? Movie theaters, that wasn't considered essential, so they took them out. People who did hair cutting, I feel bad for all those people who cut hair because it's mainly what they live off. And if you're sitting there, can't cut hair, can't dye people's hair or do anything, how are you going to make your money? Because a lot of the times, some of those people didn't qualify for unemployment because they're self-employed. So how do you handle all that, And then there's people that can't just go to be at home all the time because now slowly things are opening up and people can't just be like, do your work, kid. Nope, that's wrong. Sit down. Do your homework. Put that down. And people are constantly stressed out. Like, I've seen memes, videos of parents constantly yelling, you all teachers gotta have these children back. I forgive you for whatever I said and blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of funny, but in reality, now we realize how essential educators were. A lot of people were like, oh, bad-mouthing teachers constantly, because yes, there are some that are not so great at what they do, but then you got teachers who are great at what they do. It's just like everybody has those bad ones and that everywhere, okay? So, but there are a lot of great educators out there that do whatever it takes to educate your children and to make them succeed. That is their goal, or at least that would be the goal, main priority. And it's hard because now we can't do that. Even when we were at home, because you were mandatory to stay home, you were frustrating and probably fighting and telling every single one of your kids, if you have more than one, sit your butt down. That is not a toy. Do not chew on the eraser. Put that down and start writing. I better see you writing. It's give and shove and play. So now it's like, who's going to do it for me if you have to work? That is my question. This is why I feel like this is going to be a tough topic. It's going to be a little bit difficult because I don't know how to explain it. Knowing that school is already hard it is for a child, and then having to stay home for a week and then go again another week and then off a week and then go again. That was one of the other things they offered. It's just difficult enough. See, we never will understand how truly it's going to work because we're not all experts on this, and we're not all going to be correct. This is the first time that this has ever happened in any country. I mean, I know it in Mexico, what they do, and I remember because that's how I used to go to school, is they would have 2 turns, and a lot of times most of the kids couldn't even get into school. It was hard to get into school because you couldn't, there was too many. The school would be like, no, we have too many students. And so when I was in kindergarten, I remember my kindergarten teacher, if somebody was sick, we would walk to their house and we would go look for them and knock on the door, and we would make sure that they were okay. And she would take us all. It was like a field trip, and we would all go walking to their house, and we would all, knock on their door and take like a get well gift or something. And then, but we would always have 2 turns, one in the morning and one at night. So the kids would go from school from 7 a.m. all the way up to 11 or 12. And then at 12, we would get out like at 1. At 1, we would go home, eat lunch or whatever my mom had for us. And then the next group will go, which is in the afternoon. and they would switch classrooms, they would switch teachers, what I mean. And new teachers would come. There would be some teachers that only taught in the morning, and then be some teachers that taught in the afternoon. It was different. It was like that for junior high, high school, and not so much elementary, but mainly junior high and high school. And it's different, and that's what I posted, that maybe that might work, is having half of the kids, we have an 8-hour period. 4 hours here, 4 hours here. You just have to make it in between to where parents can pick up their kids without having an issue with the people dropping off their kids. Because sometimes some parents can be inconsiderate. Even when it was normal, some parents would be inconsiderate. So it's like, kind of like, how do we fix this problem, make it work? And that is what I'm struggling. I've been doing a lot of praying, researching what works best, but I'm not an expert. So what are your guys' thoughts and your opinions? I really would love to know if you're a mother, a grandmother, or whatever, because this is going to be challenging. Because daycare centers, I don't know how many kids they're going to take. If parents have to work and can't stay home, like my sister, both of them have to work like they do at mine. We both work. My husband works sometimes, and it's like his dad comes home and he picks him up and takes him and takes care of him. And then I come here and I take care of him when I'm off, or whenever I'm not at work. I just pick him up. He drops him off, or I'll have somebody pick him up, and he'll be here. But on the days that I need help, he's willing to help me. But not everybody has that co-parenting, or doesn't have that, because they both work, and they don't have that grandmother who's willing, because sometimes they're old, and not saying that they're fragile, they can't handle too much of stress of children, or they just can't take care of them because they have things to do. They probably work themselves. You never know. So let me know what you guys' thoughts and comments are, and I would really, really appreciate it. And I hope you guys find my stuff beneficial. And if you guys agree or disagree with me, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how the school for next year is going to start. They haven't announced it. They haven't said. Hopefully they'll announce it soon, and we'll see where it goes from there. And don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And share my channel if you want with other friends. And ask them their opinions. What do they think about school? Because I don't know how it is, but in California, that's how they've been doing it. And I think all the school districts are getting together, and they haven't decided on a final word on how they're going to do it, because all the school districts agreed that they want to do it all the same way and the same page, so that every parent is all in the same page. Who knows? So I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys have a great, fantastic day.